Good morning, Roman. Hi, Goofball. You been laying there waiting? Yeah. You ready to start your day? Yeah. Well, come on. Roman's been waiting for the time when the sun comes up to be allowed to get up, huh? Hello! So this morning Roman, like he does almost like 3 times a week, he woke up at like, oh I don't know, it was like 5 o'clock or something. It was close to 5, not quite 5 yet. Is the sun up yet? Can I get up yet? I said no, you have to go back to sleep until the sun comes up, which is when mommy decides the sun comes up. So usually it's like in between 6 and 8, and usually he falls back asleep for a little bit, but I think he's been laying there for a while waiting for me to get up, and so. Oh, very nice.
I want these ones.
So this is the weirdest cup. Like, we've been too lazy to do like dishes. Like, there's just a bunch of dishes sitting in the dishwasher, and so when Andy poured me my coffee this morning, he didn't want to figure out the dishwasher situation, so he just pulled this one out of the cupboard, and it's the weirdest cup. Like, there's a screw in the middle of the cup, at the base of the cup, holding the actual inside of the cup up. I thought that was so weird. Like, I did not know that coffee cups were made that way. So today I have decided, actually I decided last night, and then I decided this morning, and then I actually had a dream about it last night that it happened. I have decided I am going to look really, really hard for my other camera that I have, because the camera that I'm using, I don't like it. I don't like how it blurs out a lot. Like, any like fast movements, it makes the camera blur, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna look for my other camera that's way better quality than this one, and I hope I can find it. And when I do find it, I hope I can find the charger to go with it and all that, and the battery stuff and everything. And we're downloading an editor today so that way we can edit the videos better, because I don't like how they're turning out. I hate the thumbnails. It makes my videos look unattractive. I just hate the way that they're turning out. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I know that they can be better. So I think that my vlogs that I used to do when I first started YouTube were actually better than the ones I'm doing now as far as quality is concerned. So hopefully I can find our other camera that's newer and better. So it's a better brand, and so anyway, so that's what we've got going on today, is that, and it's finally a really nice day outside. So the storms have gone away that we had all last week and this weekend, so it's going to be bike riding day for Roman. Roman saw this screw in the wall that's been here for, I don't know, 10 years, and he thought that it was a spider, so he was all freaking out. And then when I told him it was a screw, he said, record it. So he wanted me to record the screw in the wall to show you guys. Very interesting. So basically I had a horrible day. So I don't like being yelled at by people who are supposed to be doing their job, and if you need to say something, you should be allowed to say something, especially when you're being nice about it and you're just trying to explain your story and the way something is. When they get their information wrong, you gotta let them know so that they can correct the information. And you know, when you get yelled at just because you're trying to explain your side of the story and explain how things have been going with whatever it is that you're dealing with, and you get yelled at, then that person doesn't need to have that job. So basically I was yelling at this lady after being very, very nice to her and trying to get my words in, and then she'd yell at me. So then I would, talk to her in a stern tone to try and get her to stop yelling at me so that I could actually explain my side of the situation. And then she just lost her nuggets on me, so I went berserk on her and, made sure that she knew that she was going to get reprimanded for what she'd done if she didn't stop and get me a supervisor to talk to. And she put the supervisor on the phone to listen to me yelling at her, and probably refused to tell my side of the story, how she was yelling at me from the get-go when I got on the phone. And that I was being very nice to her and didn't start yelling at her until she completely lost her nuggets on me. So that was how that went. And then she gets back on the phone and she says, my supervisor listened to everything you had to say, including all of your cursing and your yelling. And I said, you know what, I didn't start yelling at you until you yelled at me, and I gave you 2 chances. You yelled at me the first time and I dealt with it. You continued to yell at me, so then I asked you to stop yelling at me, and you continued to yell at me again, so I raised my voice so that you could hear me and understand that I mean business, and then you yelled, literally screeched at me, and that is when I yelled at you. And I yelled at you in a pretty professional way. I just made sure that you knew what your job was and what my position was and what your position was, and that you had no right to yell at me that way. And if you're going to treat people like that, I am not one to just stand back and let it go. I am one that's going to report you to the proper agency and make sure that you get reprimanded for your job. So she says, you know what? If you want to be able to speak, then you're going to listen to me, and you're going to listen to me right now, and I'm going to talk to you the way that I want, however I want, whenever I want. And if I want to yell at you, I'm going to yell at you. So you're just going to have to do nothing but deal with it. And I said, you know what? Stop yelling at me. If I am not allowed to yell at you, you cannot yell at me. You cannot talk to me that way. I said, you have a job to do and you need to do it, and you need to be professional, and you're not doing it. She goes, you know what? Oh, really? And she hangs up the phone. I was like, oh my God. So I waited on hold for 50 minutes and then got a call back and had to wait another 30 minutes just to get to this lady who I was trying to deal with this situation with at this place, and get to this lady who just wanted to yell at me for nothing. So that's how my day went. So, and I just have I broke down, like I had a flip out attack, like I just lost it. I couldn't stop crying, like was panicking, like I just couldn't handle it anymore. It's like, what am I supposed to do if I can't get through to somebody? This is a situation that I've been dealing with for months, and like I'm trying to, get somebody to listen to me, and nobody wants to listen to me. So I just lost it, and I'm tired, and I have a migraine, and I tried to take a nap earlier, and I couldn't really sleep, and so that's where we've been today. So I was right in the middle of doing something on my computer, and so now it just kicked me off of the computer and decided to start uploading something. So I'm sitting here. It's already been 15 minutes, and it's stuck on this updating Windows thing. My laptop, so I don't like this laptop, by the way. It's a ThinkPad. It's like supposed to be like the super durable, like construction site tested one, and I don't like it. Andy picked it out, and I don't like it. So instead, I have to use the WePad instead to do what I needed to do on the internet. There's just this random kid who walked into our house. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. Who is he?
I'm Roman.
You're Roman?
Yeah.
Roman! Who's Roman? I don't know who he is.
I am.
Who are you?
I'm Roman.
Look at me. He's pretty cute. He's just this random kid who just came into our house. I came out into the living room and he was just sitting here. I think we'll keep him. Should we keep you? Do you want to be part of our family?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
I'm come from from my friends.
Oh, very interesting.
And now I can have my friends back.
Oh.
In a faraway land.
He's a sad baby. He's got so many stories, huh? This little guy right here, he makes it all better, huh? Do a little performance. That's fantastic. That's a performance. Fantastic. You're good. I'm sure they'll love that.